Okay, so for exercise 1 on this one, we're doing no bands on this one. We're doing an overhead, press, squat, and then knee to elbow. We're going to go 5 times on this side and then 5 times on the other. So 5 times on each leg. That's why we're not wearing the bands. And then our active rest on this one is a low plank. So that 30-second low plank. Now on weeks 3 and 4, so we're going to do 10 every time on this dumbbell overhead to press. But on weeks 3 and 4, I want you to increase your weight. All right, so for exercise 2, we're doing we're holding that tummy in, and we're doing a chest pull to a raise overhead. Week 1, we're going to do this 7 times. Week 2, 8. Week 3, 9. And week 4, 10. Now you're noticing I'm pushing against those bands. And then for our seated, for the first 2 weeks, you won't hold that when you do the press for 10 for your active rest. In weeks 3 and 4, you'll hold that weight and press for 10. And that is exercise 2. All right, so for exercise 3, we've got a single dumbbell box RDL. So we're doing a single leg. One leg is up on the box. We're hinging at the hip, coming down the front of that leg for that Romanian deadlift. You can have a nice light bend to that knee. That knee shouldn't be locked out like that. It should be a nice light bend. And then coming up. Again, we're going to go 7 in week 1, 8 in week 2, 9 and 10 in the final week. For our active rest, we're doing a sit-up with a Russian twist. So we're coming back, sit up, 1 to the side, 2 to the other side. We're going like that for 10 for our active rest on round 3. All right, so for our 4th exercise, we're doing a concentration curl. You can hold your elbow here, but it should be not on the top of your leg, but on the side. And we're doing a concentration curl, coming all the way down towards that ankle and back up. We're going to go 7 on each arm, week 1, 8 on week 2, 9, and then finally 10 on week 3. So that is a concentration curl, bicep focused. And then for our active rest, we're doing that high plank, really making sure that we're pushing against those bands. So if I'm going from the side, I'm making sure that those bands, that butt is nice and low, my head is up, my core is tight. And we're doing a 30-second high plank. In the last week, up that to a 60-second high plank. All right, so for exercise 5, we've got a dumbbell squat. You're squatting down. If you need to sit on the bench, you can. But what I would like you to get to the point is just using that bench as a guide, really sitting back. We're going 8, 9, 10. And in the final week, I want you to do a 10 pulse. So that's a down, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that last rep. So that is in week 4. And then our active rest for this 5th exercise is a commando plank jack. If you can't do this, I'm going to show you a modification. Commando plank jacks. So you're doing a jack with the bottom part of your body, and you're going down, low plank, high plank. Alt modification. All right, so for our final exercise, our tricep exercise, we're doing a skull crusher. Bands are on, pushing against those bands, keeping that core tight. Your butt should be nice and tight while you're laying on here. We're coming down to that forehead. We're going to do this 10 times. So every week, we're doing 10 times. If you want to go up in weight, you can do that in weeks 3 and 4. And then we're going to do, for our active rest, a 3-stage band leg raise. So holding this up, we're pushing against those bands. 1, 2, 3, and up. 2, 2, 3, and up.